Hey there web designers and agency owners. Today we are going to talk about something big, our easy 5-step guide to website redesign for agencies. If you're working alone or running a small team, this video will help you make your redesign process better, get great clients and earn more money. First, let's be real. Website redesigns can be a mess. They often take too long, cost too much and leave everyone unhappy if not done right. But it doesn't have to be that way. At Digi Hotshot, we have found a way to make redesigns work smooth and we want to share it with you. This process has been a result of 5 years of our experience in this web design world. This process I have curated over the last 5 years that I have been running Digi Hotshot. So let's get into it. But before we get into the how, let's talk about why this matters. Why having a process really matters a lot in a website redesign. First, work faster. You will finish more projects in less time so you can take on more clients and grow your business. Second, happy clients. A smooth process means clients like your work more, leading to good reviews and more people wanting to work with you. Third, make more money. With better planning and work, you will see your profits go up. Fourth, stand out. A good process makes you different from others, so clients are more likely to pick you and refer you to their other founders. Now, let's break down our 5-step process that will change how you do website redesigns. Step 1 is start smart. The base of any good redesign is a solid plan. Here's how we do it. First, talk to your client. Really, in the initial phases of the project, really try to understand what your client needs are, what their wants are, and what are their dreams about their new website. Ask as many questions as you can in the initial phases, in the strategy phases, and so that you know more about what they actually want, and it ultimately helps in the feedback process. Then set clear goals. Decide what you want the design to do. Is it to get more sales, make the site easier to use, show up higher in Google searches? You will get a fairly good idea if you ask the right questions in the strategy session and if you ask questions a lot. And when you ask more questions to the clients, you will uncover more of the stuff that they actually want. And list out whenever you are setting goals for the site, make it maximum 2 goals, one primary and one secondary goals. That's the maximum that you want to have. Then list must-have features. Make a list of things the site absolutely needs versus the things that would be nice to have. One pro tip is on our end, we use a tool called Notion to write down and share this info with the clients. So you can do this in the initial discovery phase or in the strategy phase. Make a note of everything that I've just discussed. So use a tool like Notion to write down and share this info with your client. This way everyone knows what's going on from day one and you will have the track of everything. Step 2, work in parts. Breaking the redesign into smaller pieces is key. Here's how we do it. First, plan. So when we are done with the strategy phase, we start the planning of the site. We start the planning of the sitemap, and a tool called Relium really makes our life way easier. So use that tool to create the sitemap and then start planning the content. And what we prefer is usually planning the content before the design starts because it helps in the wireframing process as well. Then next up is the design part. So first start with the mid-fidelity wireframes, then make detailed designs. So on our end, once we build out the sitemap, we take the client's approval, and once they're happy with the whole sitemap, what we do is we start with the mid-fidelity wireframing. And mid-fidelity wireframing is just the structure of the site, the layout basically, not any design stuff applied to it, not any brand guidelines applied to it, just the layout. Take approval of that once they're happy with the layout, then move on to the detailed design phase and start applying those things, the brand guidelines, the things that you discussed in the strategy phase. Then comes the build part. On our end, we use Webflow. We love Webflow, so we use Webflow to bring the designs to life. So set up ways for clients to easily update their site when you are building on Webflow. There are sub processes inside this. Maybe I can make another video of that. If I give you one example, on our end we use CMS a lot when we are building the site so that clients can easily manage their site themselves, and we use component a lot as well so that they can create new pages really fast. Even if they are static pages, they can use the components and create those pages really fast. Then next up is the testing part. Check how the site works on all devices and browsers. Sometimes the site behaves a little differently on Safari on specifically on like some of the properties, CSS properties don't get properly applied to the site in Safari in iPhone. So make sure that you check the site on all devices and on all browsers that you have access to. Then is the launch part. Put the new site online with as little downtime as possible. Remember, each part should have clear things to finish and times to check in with the client. Now comes the step 3. Use time well. Managing time can make or break your project. Here's how to do it right. Be honest about time. Don't lie about how long things gonna take. It's better to say it will take longer than to always be late. It gives the client clarity and they will trust you more once you deliver things on time. And always add extra time. Always add like 20% more time for surprises or sometimes clients want changes. So always add this buffer in your projects, in your timeline of the project that you give the client. And one thing that you can do is maybe use time tracking tools to see how long tasks really take. This info really helps a lot in planning future projects. Then step 4, plan money really well. Smart money planning is the key to making a profit. Let's break it down. First, count all cost. Think about everything you'll spend on, like software, stock photos, and maybe help from others. Let's say you want to bring a 3D designer or a spline designer. Calculate all the things that you are going to spend on in the project so that there are no surprises. Then know your worth. Don't undersell yourself. Don't sell yourself too short. Make sure your hourly rate matches your skills and cost. And then next thing is have a safety net. Always add like 10 to 15% extra to your quotes for unexpected costs. Then next thing is get paid in steps. Set up payments around project milestones to keep money coming in regularly. So on our end, what we do is, so let's say there's just a Webflow development project. What we do is we take 50% advance before starting the project, and then 50% when the project is done. And in the whole redesign projects, because these projects are high budget projects, so in these what we do is, in the website redesign project, what we do is we take 30% advance or sometimes 40. So 30 or 40, and then in that ratio, let's say we are doing 30, then 30 40 once let's say the design process is complete, and then the last 30 when the Webflow development is done and site is launched. So that's how we do it. Then step 5 is be ready to change. Being flexible is your secret weapon. Here's how to stay quick on your feet. Look at the progress weekly with your team and talk to the client every 2 weeks. This thing works really well in let's say you are doing a complete redesign project which takes long. Let's say for us on our end, let's say it's a 10-page redesign project. It might take 8 to 10 weeks, anywhere between that, or sometimes 6 to 8 weeks depending upon the complexity of the design and the project. And this works in that just the Webflow development projects are shorter in timeline. So what you can do is you can do couple of check-ins in a week with the team, maybe let's say on Monday and then on Friday. The next thing is be open to new ideas. Be ready to change your approach if something isn't working. Always remember, here the main goal is to make the client happy and finish the project well and on time. The next thing is proper communication. So on our end, we prefer a tool called Slack to keep everyone in the loop about the changes or problems right away. On our end, what we do is we create 2 channels whenever a project starts. One with our internal team where all the people who are involved in the design are there, and then one is with the client where we interact with the client and all these things, so that always keep proper communication across your team. And also use a project management tool. On our end, we use Notion so that everyone is in the loop about changes or problems right away. And if you want to check out Notion, there's a link in the description below, so you can check it out. Notion has been like super helpful for us. Complete all-in-one tool. In the Notion itself, we have created our own project management system, and we have all the content system there. All the videos that you see, all the content that you see on my LinkedIn, it's all there. Notion helps us organize all these stuff properly, so do check it out. The link is in the description below. There you have it, our easy 5-step guide to website redesign for agencies. You'll not only make your redesign process smoother, but also make your agency look better and earn more. And believe me, once you have like a really smooth process, the feedback loop reduces a lot. To give you one example, we don't give any specific, let's say limited to 3 revisions or anything like that, because we really believe that our process is so strong that client usually doesn't require a lot of feedback. In the initial phases itself, we really get into it and know exactly what the client wants. So following these processes will help your redesign process a lot smoother. And remember this thing, a great redesign isn't just about the final product, it's about how you get there. Master the process and you will find yourself with happier clients, a more satisfied team, and a growing business. So start using these steps today and watch your agency grow. And if you watched until now, don't forget to like this video and share this with your other friends, with your team, and subscribe to my channel for more tips to help your agency grow. And leave a comment below telling me what are your biggest redesign challenge, or maybe freelance challenge or agency challenge. I'm here to help you succeed. Until next time, keep designing, keep coming up with new ideas, and keep growing your agency. See you in the next video.